Life as We Know It with Tom Walton.
Though I was never a fan, I remember a time when Greyhound dog racing was a big deal, especially in Florida, which used to have dozens of dog tracks. The Greyhound racing industry flourished in Florida in large part because tourists and snowbirds from the north wanted it. Finally, and fortunately, Florida has finally decided it does not. Dog racing will become illegal in Florida on the last day of December in 2020. A piece of good news that I'm going to consider a birthday present to me since I was a December 31st baby. On January 1st, 2021, live Greyhound racing will remain in just 5 states: West Virginia, Alabama, Arkansas, Iowa, and Texas. So opponents of this so-called sport still have some work to do. The glory days of dog racing in Florida are long gone, but several tracks remain in operation because state law has required that they continue to offer racing if they want to keep their license for more profitable gambling games and slot machines. Those few holdouts will go away by the end of next year thanks to Florida voters who stood up for the dogs last fall and overwhelmingly passed a state constitutional amendment called Amendment 13. The amendment needed to get 60% approval for passage and got 69%, an easy and impressive win for the Greyhound welfare group that backed it, Grey2K USA. Don't feel too badly for the track operators. Amendment 13 allows them to keep their gaming licenses. At least one of them in Bonita Springs near Naples and Fort Myers is already making plans to get rid of the track and build a 30,000 square foot poker room and restaurant. No tears will be shed by dog lovers, that's for sure, when the tracks go away. Grey2K USA argues that dog racing causes a high number of injuries to the animals and even death. The dogs often spend much of their lives in cages, emerging long enough to run hard while chasing a mechanical rabbit for the entertainment of gamblers. The best dogs are expected to cover 550 yards in 30 seconds or so. But wait, you say, horses race for our entertainment. Don't we treat them badly? Sorry, not buying it. Horses are not kept in cages, and thoroughbreds get the nutrition and medical care many racing greyhounds do not. Nor are we aware of horses being injected with cocaine. Grey2K says some racing dogs have tested positive for cocaine and other drugs. In the early days of the greyhound racing industry, some tracks even put monkeys on the backs of the dogs as jockeys. The practice was ended because the monkeys were jostled so badly that some died. This was considered sport? Dogs usually begin racing at about 18 months of age and race until they're about 3 or 4 years old. After that, the future's bleak for many of them. Adoption services can only find homes for so many. The proliferation of other gambling outlets in recent decades, including casinos and state-operated lotteries, has diminished the public's appetite for dog racing. How ironic that economic considerations have had a greater effect on reducing greyhound racing than ethical and moral concerns for the animal's welfare. Until now. Finally, Florida, a state that has been the epicenter of the industry, has said enough. This time, 7 in 10 Florida voters recognized what animal rights groups have been saying all these years. Shut the tracks down.
Life as We Know It is written and hosted by Tom Walton and is a production of WGTE Public Media. Life as We Know It with Tom Walton can be heard on WGTE FM 91 every Monday afternoon during All Things Considered at 5:44 p.m. Or hear past episodes at wgte.org/life.